K-pop Demon Hunters directors break down the hard eyes scene. Let's objectify the crap out of these guys. Everyone has theories about why Sony Pictures Animation's K-pop Demon Hunters turned out to be such a massive phenomenon on Netflix, surpassing everything else to become the streamer's most watched original movie. During a sold-out panel at the Animation is Film Festival in Los Angeles, the creative team let a few trade secrets slip as they unpacked an iconic scene from the movie. One where South Korea's hottest singing trio Huntrix initially crossed paths with the Saja Boys, a rival band comprised of 5 ridiculously handsome hunks, who also happen to be demons. "I've been waiting to talk about this scene for so long," said director Maggie Kong, who came up with the idea of combining well-rounded female characters with Korean demons in a movie where her 3 leads could be talented and attractive, but also silly and stupid. When this movie was first pitched, Christine Belson, the president of Sony Animation, said, "Let's objectify the crap out of these guys." Finally. So that was kind of our goal, to make really thirsty girls. In the scene when Zoe and Mira catch sight of the guys, their eyes turn into bulging red hearts, then change shape several more times as the attraction escalates. As Zoe catches a glimpse of lead dancer Abby Saja's abs, the hearts morph into a six-pack which turns into a corn cob, before the rising heat in Zoe's flushed face makes them pop. According to Kong, this was the first major scene the team animated, not counting the 11-second, "Let's get battle-ready" montage where the trio suit up. Why start there? We thought that all the jokes were landing really well, and we also just really desperately wanted it in the movie, Kong said. Animation director Josh Beveridge described it as a proof of concept for the characters they designed. Like, how are we going to get these glamorous faces to also do these ridiculous things? It's conceptually challenging but equally technically challenging. If you break it down, the look of K-pop Demon Hunters reflects the intersection of 3 key influences. K-pop music, which tends to be slick and synchronized, K-dramas, melodramatic TV series with soft lighting, shallow focus and slow-mo that ramps down to the desired speed mid-shot, and Japanese anime, a traditionally hand-drawn style with a wide range of exaggerated facial expressions. "We had to figure out a whole bunch of fancy little animation illusions to pull this off," Beveridge said, describing everything from highly targeted motion blur to interchangeable faces. "All that stuff breaks all the rules of everything we've ever done before. And that's saying something considering Beveridge's previous job at Sony Animation. For Spider-Verse, we had to be really graphic and flat, and this would be gentle," he said. "If you frame through that, it's riddled with little secrets of how we could let soft edges just creep in artistically, only where you want it, and protect those graphic lines for the jokes to read. For example, when Zoe's jaw drops and she starts to drool, your typical CG character rig isn't flexible enough to accommodate the desired expression. To get those big mouths, that's basically a fake room floating a foot in front of the face, but it has to look right under the same light," Beveridge said. "So we're doing a lot of tricky math to make that work. If you were to reposition the virtual camera and view the scene from a different angle, it would look absolutely horrifying," he said. "That's why they don't move." According to production designer Helen Chan, to figure out how to pull off some of those more extreme expressions, inspired by the exaggerated chibi style used for comic effect in manga, character designer Omar Smith would sculpt to camera. "We coined this term demi-chibi," Chun said. "We had the version where it would go full-on like what you see in anime. Though making it work with 3D characters required interchangeable parts and maximum flexibility," Riggs Kong compared to a Mr. Potato Head.